Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to use Flash MX. Okay, that's too long. I'm going to teach you right now. So, you got to get one of your tools, and depending on what type of animation you're going to do, I'm going to put keyframing for this one. All links will be in the description. This is keyframing or frame by frame. So, to do frame by frame animation, is easy if you have a simple style, but for this one, I'm going to draw a simple board. So once you do that, the basic should be 12 FPS if you want to make it, and you don't want to have to draw that many frames or stretch it out for too long. Click this for onion skin, and you got to draw your frames like this, and then you keep drawing until the animation is complete. Personally, I don't use Flash MX 2005, but I'm showing you so that you can use a free version of Flash. So, you create animations like this. And once you create the animation, you color it. Personally, I draw the animation and color the frames individual while I'm animating, so I don't have to go back and then color the same thing over and over again. So you can do that if you don't want to go back to earlier frames in the animation. You have to color something in. Okay, the second animation principle I'm going to teach you is symbol animation. Symbol animation is an animation type like how they have in Johnny Test, where they don't use the traditional, or they don't use frame by frame animation, but instead they use symbols. So I'm going to draw my arm out first, and I think it's easier for you to draw it out first, so that when you're cutting it will be more useful. And plus, since all versions of Flash has the ink bucket tool, you use the ink bucket tool and fill this in so that you can have, and then extend this out so you can have a little nub. And after you do that, you have to put it to a symbol, or it defeats the purpose of being a symbol rig. Then you have to get the other part. I'm going to use the lasso tool for this. And you put them as a symbol. It doesn't matter which symbol you use, but if you want to keep changing symbols, you should put add a graphic. And I'm going to put this. You really don't need an anchor point for symbol things, or the simple things, so I'm just going to put it together. And I'm just going to make an arm for this tutorial for time's sake. And you click, and then you put distribute to layers. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Because if it does, then this video cuts off. So I have no idea what happened. So BRB. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened last time, but let's try it again. So now that we got our symbols, now that we got our symbols, we can start making the symbol animation. So to make the symbol animation, you got to create keyframes, not blank keyframes, but keyframes, which you can do with F6 or go to insert in timeline and hit these buttons. And if you can't do it with the keyboard you're using, go to keyboard shortcuts and create a new keyboard, and then look it up, and then you'll be able to do it from there. So you can't do it like this, or else it will, well, I guess you can do it like that, but if you were trying to do something like this, you can't do it like that because it will confuse Flash and it will not know what to do. So you got to give some hints, and there's no way you can give the hints, but you can do something where you extend the keyframes, and then for a motion you put it right here, then again you put some more right here, then again you put some more keyframes right here. No, we wrong one. Then finally you put some keyframes right here. So it gives Flash an idea of how to distribute the keyframes. And if you notice that your animation looks a bit choppy, just keep editing it until it looks good. Like, this is entirely my fault, so got to do it like, so you just can't place it on the keyframe and then expect it to carry out perfectly. So you got to mix and match it and see which one works out the best. To see which one looks the most human. So after you make your animation, you notice that it's a bit slow, but 12 FPS was meant for hand drawing, so you should set it at least 24 or 30 or higher, but the limit is 120. I normally make it as high as I go to be 30 frames per second, so it can lose smooth, but not too fast. So there's the difference between 30 and 24. Here's 30, and here's 24. It's a little slower, but this is the main frame rate that TV shows use. So those are the two types of animation you can do in Flash. Or you could do the third type, which is shape animation. So shape animation is when you use shape twins to animate. So to do that, I'm gonna give myself something like this, and I'm going to draw a simple smiley face, and then I'm going to turn it into a frowny face. I'm also going to draw eyebrows, but it looks more worried than smiling. But you set the shape tween, and you see this happens. But don't worry, shape hints are here. So to add a shape hint, you press CTR Shift H, Ctrl Shift H. Well, apparently it's not going to be working for me, so I'm just going to go to Modify, Shape, and add shape hint. And you got to add shape hints so that Flash doesn't get confused with while making the thing. So you gotta add shape hints so that it can look desirable. Once you depending on the factors of it, you're gonna have to add more more shape hints. And I don't recommend you use when making shape hints, I don't recommend you to use the pencil tool because the pencil tool isn't that great with shape hints. So I recommend you to use the brush tool. Because the brush tool is mainly made for it. So let's try this again with the brush tool. So you go to brush or press B, you get this, and then let's make it. And then worried face. And yes, it's doing the same thing. So we are gonna be adding, oh wait, why did it disappear? So we're gonna be adding some shape hints to it so that it cannot be, so it doesn't have any excuse to be, so Flash doesn't have any excuse to be confused, and it can be able to animate this correctly. It looks perfect, but I'm still gonna add the corresponding shape hints. So this. Oh my god. So you gotta add the shape hints correctly, or else it may disappear. So you may need to delete some. Wait, I'm gonna add this wrong. To remove these. And remove one of these. So here we go. Here's the finished animation. Shape hints help you modify it, but Flash MX's shape hints aren't the best. So, but if you want to tackle these on, then let it be. So, after doing that, let me see if there's any other untaught animation principles I haven't taught you. There's no bone tool in this version. But for the final thing I'm going to teach you for this lesson of animation is how to make a background. A background is really important because that's what's gonna be for your animations. So let me stop scribbling with that tool, and you see that there's gonna be no way to make your things. So I'm gonna put it to green because I'm not gonna use green for this background. So you gotta go to this, and then you gotta go to the color you want. I'm going to put it here. I'll skew it. I'm going to delete the lines. I'm going to make a big banner here that says tutorial completed, because I'm done with the tutorial. But yeah, okay, I was wondering why it didn't work. I can't put the entire thing, but you get it. So you put the lock tool here so that you can't draw on it. And then I'm going to, I was going to make a dance party, but I don't feel like making another character rig, so I'm just going to put some stick people here. Happy that you completed. CTO Control Alt C, Control Alt V. If you allow me. Oh no, I won't. So just gonna be pasting them. And they're really happy that you completed the tutorial, so I'll see you later in a non-tutorial animation, and bye.